Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P-Farm Thinking Right out here in my lab. Going back old school, I got a nice little lesson I pulled out from my Egyptian yoga book about religion. I want to make another point, hope you help you out again. It's a business. It's a business system for the believers. Born suckers. Let's go. Radism, 25 rule to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will run through. And it's rhetorical, but if you don't have to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Maya, be true. Question, right thinkers, let me tell you what religion is. And if you didn't know, it's a business. Well, I told you guys, it's a business. Let's deal with it from that aspect. So maybe I can teach you something about what it is compared to what y'all think and believe it is. Religion is. The term, first of all, religion comes from the Latin word roots re, R-E, which means back. And then you got legend, which means to hold, to link, to bind. So religion means to back, hold, bring you back to what? The source. It's supposed to be taking you to God. That's the concept of religion. So therefore, the essence of true religion, that's what y'all not getting, is that of linking back, specifically linking its followers, those believers in that concept, to their original source. We all had the same source, God. Whatever name you call him, don't change the source, what it is. You can call it whatever you want, but it's all meant to do the same thing, connect you to God. By any means necessary, as Malcolm would tell you. Human beings, which are really spirit beings having human experience, but their spirits having come from the universe, which is God, all pervading, all conscious. Spirit and conscious, that's the all. They understood that, and everybody who had a philosophy understands that, even Christianity. Watch this. And God had forgotten, they forgotten that they are part of the all-pervading consciousness, aka God, but they have forgotten their origin. And they're wandering the earth in physical form, not knowing themselves. Yo, Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles, where you going, man? I don't know where you going with you. Yeah, wandering aimlessly the earth, what? Without knowledge of their true divine nature, aka self. Religions got y'all doing that. That's why I don't practice or follow a religion. Religion is, now this, the definition is supposed to be a process of assisting men and women to what? To reconnect with their creator, aka God, be it Jehovah, Yahweh, Ishkabibble, don't give a crap. But that's the intent for all religions. That's why I understand and I respect it for that. How it's practiced, I don't give a crap. Okay, that's why I don't practice this. I could care less how it's practiced. I know how it, and it's wrong. So if you see something that's wrong, and because everybody's doing it, and you know it's wrong, You gonna do it? Not me. Moving on. The human entity, which is the soul that's in us, is of God. And what happens? It has been diluted into what? Believing. Even the spirit get caught in believing and is led the wrong way. Watch this. It believing that it is composed of a mind and a body and that exists once. Ignorance of higher self. That's why the ego is what? Edge God out. It don't have no concept of God. Only me. Only I. And they will die one day. Yep, sure will. When the physical body died, the conscience of that physical body, if it's not enlightened with the spirit goes on. The conscience in the body, bye-bye. Simple. Erase from time. Why? You didn't do nothing. You ain't worth nothing. Bye. The body just going to go back to nature. Your spirit, needs to eat that. Your consciousness, okay? It ain't good for nobody. Why? It didn't do you no good. No need to pass that on to nobody. That's why. Everybody get a fresh start. Actually, it is not really a process of what we call reconnection so much as what us remember. I told you, I said know thyself. Well, our ancients put it know thyself. But what they didn't take it to the next level about what? Remembering, or they call it discovering thyself. Whatever you want to call it, it's still the same thing. The process. One's true identity. That's knowing thyself. It as if we have what? Contracted. When we came into physical form as babies, we came into this world with amnesia, absence of who we are consciously. We got a conscious. It's going to grow. It's going to mature. But if it don't get enlightened, if it don't reach its level of nihas, where it knows itself, make the connection with the heart and the mind, coherence, becoming one with your higher self, this is the true meaning of what the biblical statement says. It is not written. Is it not written in your laws, Bible followers, that ye are gods? That's what Jesus said. I don't subscribe to it, but that's what they said. He said, and if y'all believe that, that's what I'm trying to convey that concept to you. That's all. I don't believe it. It makes a difference to me. And it's also, he said, the kingdom of the Father. Who's his father? Joseph. No, God. No, Joseph was his father. And his spiritual father is God. That's all our fathers. My father, spiritual father, one and the same for me. Okay? But the kingdom of the Father, God, is what? Spread upon the earth. And men do not see it. Ignorance, develop ignorance. We don't see what's right in front of our face because the third eye ain't open. We ain't conscious of who we are, and we suffer from amnesia. So we wander around, a bunch of nonsense and ignorance. Where there's ignorance, there's going to be problems, errors, bad things. Okay? When an ignorant person got choices to make, you can do everything got two ways to be done. The right way, the wrong way. Your choice. When you do the wrong way, you just realize it's the wrong way. Why? It ain't working out. So why you keep doing that? When you do it the right way, you're rewarded with things that, I like that. So I continue to do that. That's how I equate how I do the right thing. Simple as that. So although, now let's talk about the religion business aspect. Although religion in its purest form, and y'all getting what? Cut. Y'all getting commercial, exoteric information that don't serve you worth of crap. Get the real deal. Get it pure. That's what I got. Okay? I went to the source. And the purest form is right thinking philosophy, aka a yoga system based on philosophical principles that you can practice. The original intent and the meaning of the scriptures are often in Christian concepts misunderstood, if not purposely distorted. They don't tell y'all, Bible followers, that people aren't literal. These are myth, allegorical stories. Well, no. Again, I'm not asking, I'm not debating. I'm telling you, what you think and feel about that, that's your decision, not mine or your problem. But again, if religions were devoid of corruption, and right there, once it's no longer pure, it's tainted. It's not what it's intended to be. Every religion has been corrupted, tainted, cut. I give it to you pure. The original stuff is uncut. That's what I got for you. That's why I went to Egypt. I got like my man Frank Lucas. He went right over there, made the deal, sealed the deal. After that, it was all business. And everybody got paid for doing their job. Moving on. But if the religions would be devoid of corruption and they were properly understood and taught that way and practiced in that manner, most of them would provide a suitable system to work for their followers to flourish and prosper. That's why all you got to do is give them the truth. But let me explain something to you again. Here we go. Now, this is for y'all diehard Bible thumpers. This is not going to be easy for you, but it's facts. It's truth. Let's go. It is well known. A well-known fact, not an idea, not a belief, not a concept. It's a well-known fact to all religious scholars that the original scripture of your Western Bible included the teachings which closely follow the Egyptian mystery, aka yoga system. Facts. And the Indian philosophical yoga, the Vedanta system. Facts. At the Nicene Council of Bishops, and according to your biblical council, all the bishops are the smart, educated elders, okay? So they got all the knowledge. And the bishops of 325 ACE, this is after the Common Era. So we on this side going forward, not going back from the BC. And that doctrine, listen, of self-salvation was misconstrued, destroyed to the degree that the masses of the people, watch this, because that misdistortion, okay, the distorted view, misunderstanding, masses of the people were now what? Convinced. For the last 2,500 years, y'all Bible thumpers are convinced that they are needed, what? A savior, somebody to save them, a go-between to reach God. That's the cut. That's the cut. Therein lies the cut. When they tell you God sat up high, look down low, that's cut. Okay, cut is lies. Cut. When I had coke, I would have an ounce of coke, 3 ounces of cut. I got a quarter ounce of cocaine now with 3 grams or 3 ounces of cut with a whole 1 gram of pure stuff. I cut it up. It's still coke, but it's been chopped up. Why? To stretch it out. Why? To make more money. It's a business. It's a business. Sorry, just being the truth. Put the guns. No, I'm keeping the gun low. I got nothing but truth for you. That's all I got. Every time I buy, it's the truth. It's gonna hurt, but it's the truth. You'll be all right. All right. You shot me. I sure did. I'm gonna shoot you again. And watch this. Everybody need to go between to reach God. That was the cut. And their minds were what? Were thus conditioned, manipulated, and took control of. So they forgot that they, the individual spiritual beings having a human experience, they were in what? As well today, responsible for their own fate. At Judgment Day, you're going to judge you on what you did or didn't do. And a new religion. What do you mean, new religion? We had religion before Christianity? Yeah. Christianity was a new religion. What's this? That was thus created. When? By the Nicene Council under the direction of the Roman Emperor, and the Emperor decreed the destruction of all other philosophical religious doctrines at that time. If you want to compete, you bring your best game and you take my 11 against your 11, we have at it. Don't destroy mine and say you the champ, you the best, because everybody you done killed off. You didn't win it by nothing but other than just, which I call it the Inquisition and all this other nonsense y'all call it, to what? To substantiate what? The murder, the killing that you did, to get your point of view, your new religion, and start your business. Remember the Roman Catholics. Watch this. And anything other than what they was preaching or teaching had to be destroyed. It was at this time, again, that references to what? Reincarnation. Don't want to know about that. And the ability to what? Each individual to become what? A Christ or become God-like, one with God, which is what the ancients taught, which either deleted it or they misinterpreted or misrepresented, on purpose. Religion, y'all don't teach them to meditate. You don't teach them to go inside yourself. Y'all teaching that God is somewhere else. Y'all teaching that Jesus or Christ got to save you to get you. All that's cut. All that's cut and fodder. Nonsense. It ain't doing nothing but watering down the truth. But because y'all don't know nothing but that, y'all think it's good. If I got a true number of cocaine, I got a sucker. The sucker take the cut cocaine and swear he got something. The know say, yo, man, this shit got stuff on it. Okay. But you give him the pure, oh yeah, that's the truth. You give it to him, he can't stand it. See, so everybody can't handle what? The truth. The raw. He called it the raw back in the day. Hey, but no, you can't give it to like nobody. No. And I'm understanding what I'm giving to you is like the raw. So everybody. So I'm good with that, metaphorically, philosophically. If I can conceptualize something that I can philosophically put in perspective where I can deal with it, make me digest it a little bit better. Okay? That's getting knowledge, understanding of a situation that you don't control. You just understand it and do what you need to do during it. That's it. Many writings, many books. Y'all got so many damn Bibles, but y'all won't go to the Ethiopian original Bible. Y'all take the King James Version, but y'all take the Bible is the white man's tool to manipulate the black man on the spiritual level. Simple as that. Now, I don't care what you think. I could care less. I'm watching, I'm saying, I don't care. I'm just telling you what I know. How you feel about that? You think don't mean nothing to me, but prove me wrong. Moving on. When somebody tell you something you can't argue with, you might want to learn. Why? That's probably the truth. You can't argue the truth. Okay? But many writings, which they call Gnostics. I hear people pronounce this Gnostic. No, the G is silent, like the D in Django. Gnostics or knowing gospels were what? Deleted purposely from the standard text by who? Your Roman Emperor Constantine. You know him? If y'all are Bible thumpers, that's your father right there. Right there. He's the orchestrator of that. Why? Because at the time, it was an uproar. The Jews and the Christians was having at it. He's going to appease the slaves because he the one in charge of both of them. I'm going to give you a holiday. I'm going to give you a day. Sunday's a holiday. Jews said, no, we don't give a damn about Sunday. We're going to keep Saturday our Sabbath day. But the Christian, we'll take Sunday. We wanted that. We want our own. So y'all got that. Moving on. But when the Essenes, a.k.a. the original gospel of peace, people around the same time, they translated by this guy named Edmund Shackley in the early 20th century. This is just getting from a copy, which was what? Locked away in the damn Vatican. The Vatican ain't nothing but the what? Roman Catholics. Okay? Rome never fell. They just slid over to the Vatican. And they're still doing what they've been doing. Harboring, stealing, lying, cheating. And making money. You know, they got their own little town, their own little world. The Vatican, their own little world. And Jesus states that his teachings, he told you, are to help and guide those who are seeking to what? Attain his level of consciousness. Y'all call it Christ consciousness. We call it God consciousness. Haruhood. Y'all call it Christhood. Again, whatever you call it, it's obtaining a level of living by what? Living a certain way. That is cosmic consciousness. That's God consciousness. I call it God. Cosmic is God. To become what? As he was. What? Christ. Good, upright man. And what did that get him? Death. Because the people, the power that be, didn't like what he was teaching to the people. They don't like what I teach. They want to kill me for that? Really? Well, yeah, done worse. Okay, but the idea. The same teachings that Jesus had is found in, y'all know the Gospel of Thomas? Oh, that ain't in the Bible. They took that out. Anything that was good, that was in front of the people, they took it out and kept what they wanted in. Why? To keep y'all dumb. And one of the several early Gnostic Christians texts, which was found where? In Egypt. It was one of the texts that were edited, who? By the Nicene Council and your Roman Emperor Constantine. Thus, the phrase, watch this, he re-edited it, the phrase being saved through Jesus. Really? Really? That means that an individual may affect his or her own salvation by studying and following and living the teachings of Jesus. I don't have a problem with that. If that's what's going to get you to God and that's what's going to save your spirit, your soul, by all means, have at it. Again, but the teaching of Jesus, and not that we need Jesus to act as a damn mediator between ourselves and God. He's the prototype. Be like me, like Mike, be like Jesus. I ain't got a problem with that. And gain what? Salvation. There's no go-between, no mediator between ourselves and God to attain your own salvation. You're responsible for you. What? Salvation is accomplished through the efforts, what you put in, the work, the effort. In every individual, there is no mediator between man and his or her salvation, aka God. You're responsible for you. Wrapping it up. For 300 to 600 years after the Nicene Council, the Roman emperors and later on the Christian leaders set about to destroy any vestige of other religious doctrines that did not comply with their doctrines of their new religion. Christianity became a new religion. Wiped out all the other ones and became a new religion. By the what? Roman Emperor Constantine. Now you have other documents and now relics that lie in the well-guarded basement of the Vatican to this day. They know the truth. They know everything. They control what the dynamic that you know. They're going to tell you what you need to know, not the truth. If a person knows the truth and don't share it, he's a liar. Simple as that. I'm the truth teller. I'm just going to share it. Well, I need to hold the truth. I ain't got no secrets. Lies are secrets. Truth is transparent. That's what I do. Let me wrap this up for you again. I appreciate you tuning in. This is a lesson for you religious people. I'm just trying to let you know. I ain't against what you do. I'm just trying to help you out so you understand at least what you do since you ain't doing your own homework. I'll do that for you. Let's go. The ancient Egyptian cult of Aset was the last stronghold. She held on long as she could. What's this? And what's this? Aset was it was so strong after 4,000 years, it was the last to become overcome. Its teachings were assimilated into Christianity in a way where they got the Virgin Mary and the child, the Madonna, that's Aset and Haru. This Madonna and the child represents the African goddess concept, Aset, and her child, Haru. That's me and you. She's intuitive wisdom and knowledge and power. She's going to nurture her earth's offspring, which is us. That's what our parents are supposed to do. Moving on. And who was born, now, the spirit that's in me and you was born of an immaculate conception. It's a mythological, allegorical story, not literal. It's been scientifically proven. Man or woman can't be impregnated without sexual encounter or sperm going into the ovary. The immaculate part was, he was supposed to have been dead. The physical body is dead. She brought the spirit back and then conceived herself through the spiritual connection. That's immaculate, pure, okay? And the other part about immaculate conception is any woman that's been with a man and they have sex for the next 30 days, next menstrual cycle, if she haven't had no other semen in her vagina for that time, that's considered an immaculate conception, pure, one sperm. Some women get pregnant and don't know they're pregnant, so they go have sex, so they sleep around until they find out they're pregnant. But now it ain't immaculate. Why? You got a few different people's sperms up in there. That's the concept. That's just a fact. Again, just a little information. That's all. We get ideas. There's no such thing as immaculate, okay? It's a concept. Again, immaculate conception is a spiritual concept. And Aset, suckling Haru, is what they call the common symbol. It was symbolic in the art of mythology, storytelling. throughout Africa and even East Asia. It represents the importance of the mother. Masonic orders, we have mothers and no fathers. We're fatherless. Why? Because our mothers take care of us. Conceptually, again, symbolically, my mother lied. Okay, but the mother is nurturing, it's the nurturing principle, because the mothers have what? Intuitive wisdom and knowledge of how to what? Take care of their own. Fathers don't. Now, in the making of human beings, as well as the nurturing that must take place in order for one to give birth to one's what? Spirit, or what they consider our immaculate conception, born again out of one's animal lower nature into what? Higher consciousness, aka Haru, reaching your full potential. That's in me and you. That's being our best self. That's knowing thyself. That's a lesson. Hope you got it. Remember, religion is a business. Spirituality is the way of life. Live it. I do. And in closing, right thinkers, may y'all let it be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I never know that all my right thinkers who follow religion have passed away. Do what works for you. That's right thinker philosophy. I do.